Imagine you're so buried in work that you'd take help from anyone. In English, you might say all hands on deck. In Japanese, you reach for the one companion least likely to lift a finger, a cat. You literally say you'd borrow a cat's paw. And everyone knows a cat would never actually bother. The phrase is neko no te mo karitai. I'd even borrow a cat's paw. It's one of Japan's most loved expressions for being overwhelmed, but it hides a small contradiction. This is the same country that puts a lucky cat in every shop window and prays to it for wealth. The humor lives in the choice of animal. A cat is famously the one creature that simply won't be put to work. Ask a dog and it comes running. Ask a horse and it pulls. Ask a cat and it blinks at you and goes back to sleep. So, I'd even borrow a cat's paw really means I am busy enough to wish that even a free spirit like the cat would pitch in. The phrase is old. You can hear it in the crowded workshops and kitchens of the Edo period, where everyone from apprentices to shopkeepers worked shoulder to shoulder. When the New Year rush hit, or the harvest came in, hands ran short. And in that exhaustion, someone looked at the shop cat dozing in the sun and said it out loud. To be fair, the cat did have one job. In old Japan, cats earned their keep by hunting nezumi, the mice and rats that destroyed rice and silk. That was the whole contract. Catch mice, and otherwise do nothing. A cat was less a pet than a tiny self-employed exterminator who kept very short hours. So the phrase quietly says two things at once. On the surface, I'm so busy I'd take any help. Underneath, a cat is the very picture of a creature that works on its own terms, never yours. It's a small, affectionate tease, the kind you only aim at something you've decided to keep around anyway. Nobody says, I'd even borrow a cat's paw about an animal they don't love. Now hold this next to last time's cat. The maneki-neko is worshipped, a hard worker that pulls in money, people, luck. Shopkeepers bow to it every morning. Yet the real cat, sleeping 3 feet away, is the national symbol of doing exactly as it pleases. Same animal. Two completely opposite reputations living side by side. How do both survive? Because the Japanese relationship with cats was never really about usefulness. The maneki-neko isn't loved because it works. It's a charm shaped like something people already adored. And the free-spirited real cat isn't resented for keeping its own hours. Usefulness was never the price of admission. Affection came first. And here's what makes it distinctly Japanese. Many languages have phrases for being busy, but they reach for strong, capable images. All hands on deck, running like a machine. Japanese reaches, half-joking, for the one creature in the house that answers to no one. The exhaustion is real, but it's wrapped in a shrug and a glance at the cat. You could read the phrase as an insult to cats, but look again. To even wish for a cat's paw, you have to picture the cat right there beside you while you struggle, close enough to ask. The cat has already earned the one thing that matters in a Japanese home, a place in the room. It doesn't have to be useful to belong. That might be the quiet lesson buried in a throwaway phrase. In a culture that prizes hard work almost above all else, the cat is granted a rare exemption. It is loved for existing, not for producing. The busiest person in Japan, drowning in tasks, still keeps the one creature who will never lift a paw for them and wouldn't dream of it. So the next time you're overwhelmed and someone jokes that they'd even borrow a cat's paw, you'll hear the whole thing. Not just the exhaustion, but the affection underneath it. A culture admitting it would love a little help from the one companion it never expected help from in the first place. Because in Japan, a cat never had to be useful to be adored, and one man understood that better than anyone, an Edo artist who filled his prints and his home with dozens of cats. Next time, the painter who loved cats more than fame.